How's it going, everyone? So since it is Tuesday, Aaron Rodgers was just on the Pat McAfee show, as he is every single Tuesday. And of course, a lot of the questions pertain to his future, whether that's with the Green Bay Packers or another team or retirement. And he had some more to say. It seems like every week we're getting a tiny piece more and more on a trail to what his eventual decision will be. There was no actual decision today, but there definitely was some interesting things he said, so stay tuned. So first and foremost, Aaron Rodgers didn't make an actual decision. He doesn't even know if he's going to be playing football in 2023. Now, me personally, I do believe he returns in 2023, but I do think it's a high likelihood that it will be for another team. And I know a lot of people will say they're not moving on from Aaron Rodgers. The Packers want him in the building. And that's fine, but if Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to play on the Packers or wants to go to Vegas or the Jets or something of that sort, and the Packers can get a big trade package with that deal, then I say they do that and they move on to their guy, Jordan Love. But obviously, we're all in the dark here, and we really don't know what's going to happen. So as I said, I don't see Aaron Rodgers retiring, and he actually said Tom Brady's retirement has no play in whether or not he's going to retire or not. He said sharing the stage with J.J. Watt and Tom Brady would be a privilege. So although a lot of people, myself included, thought, okay, this guy definitely wouldn't want to retire the same year as Tom Brady, he says it doesn't matter to him. Maybe he's just saying that, but I guess we'll know once he makes his decision. If he ends up retiring, then clearly he doesn't care. But if he ends up staying around, obviously that might not have to do with Tom Brady. He just wants to play the game again. But he said it doesn't matter to him, and he definitely is still contemplating retirement. So he hasn't even decided yet fully whether or not he wants to play in 2023. He also expressed that he is still under contract with the Green Bay Packers, and a lot of people are forgetting that. So obviously, as of right now, he is still a Green Bay Packer, and at the end of the day, if he were to come back and the Packers wanted to trade him, he understands that, and that's a business move. When he was just at the Pro-Am golf event, he said the Raiders were the loudest there, basically, trying to get him to come to Las Vegas, as we see Davante Adams trying to lure him there, even James Jones today as well. Davante Adams messing around on Twitter a lot. Who knows how much pool Davante Adams actually has in getting Aaron Rodgers to Las Vegas, if they would even, go forward and make that trade for Aaron Rodgers if the Packers were willing to do so. But Aaron Rodgers basically reiterated that, hey, he is still a Green Bay Packer. Like I said, he hasn't even decided whether or not he's playing football in 2023. So all this speculation of, okay, the Jets might trade this for him, or the Raiders are going to trade for him because Davante Adams wants him there. He said basically all of that is speculation. It's all news to him, which you never really know what goes on behind closed doors. There's one thing, for an athlete to come out and say, okay, this is what it is, this is what's going on, and a totally different thing could be happening behind closed doors that he's not allowed to talk about yet. That could very well be the case. But usually when there's smoke, there is fire. And there has been a lot of smoke with Aaron Rodgers over these past couple of years, and especially this year. I feel like this year, going into this offseason, more than any other year, I felt the real possibility of Aaron Rodgers getting traded. And as I said earlier in this video, if it brings back a big draft package, a draft capital to surround Jordan Love, see what you have with Jordan Love the last year of his rookie deal, accept that fifth-year option, surround him with talent on defense and offense. If you can get a good package for Aaron Rodgers turning 40 years old, I say you do that. But obviously, I'm okay if the Aaron Rodgers does come back. I love Aaron Rodgers on this football team. I think he is our best chance at winning a Super Bowl. So if a team doesn't come out and offer you what you think he's worth, or multiple first-round picks, obviously you wouldn't trade him away for nothing. But of course, it all falls down to whether or not Aaron Rodgers even wants to come back. So the most interesting thing of this interview today was Aaron Rodgers is going to be going on a darkness retreat. And you might ask, okay, what the hell is that? Here's a tweet basically explaining it. Aaron Rodgers says on Pat McAfee show that he's going on a darkness retreat in a couple of weeks. It's 4 days, complete darkness, just himself in a little house. Quote, I've had a number of friends who've done it, and they have had profound experience. He expects a decision after that. So that is definitely interesting. I'm not going to hate on anyone's way of meditating. He has every single right to do that. And honestly, I think a lot of people would have good experiences doing that as well. But to make a football decision, it is kind of funny to see this whole charade of Aaron Rodgers has to go on a darkness retreat for 4 days in complete utter silence and darkness to decide what he wants to do. But it makes sense. You're making a big life decision. We all sit here and, oh, it's just football and this and that, but it is still a very big life decision for him. So if he has to do this to decide, hey, if I want to play football or not, then so be it. But more importantly, at least it says, he expects a decision after that. the decision whether or not he's going to return or retire in 2023. Then at that point, then the Packers can go, okay, now we can start fielding, trade offers for Aaron Rodgers, which they already might have started doing. But if Aaron Rodgers isn't going to come back, they obviously cannot trade him. So once he does make that decision, and if it is, okay, I am returning, then they can really start fielding trade offers for Aaron Rodgers, or say, okay, Aaron Rodgers, you want to be back as a Packer? We're going to do this. We're going to take another shot at a Super Bowl. We're going to reload and, go all in once again. And it says he's taking that retreat in a couple weeks. So probably right around the end of February, early March, we will get an official decision from Aaron Rodgers, which coincides with just before the new league year start on March 16th. But I think the main takeaway from this is the thought of Aaron Rodgers definitely not retiring, which is what I believed. And I was like, okay, there's no way this guy retires. It's still very well on the table, and that's very clear because if Aaron Rodgers was so sure that he's going to play in 2023, I think he would have announced that by now, and I think he's still pondering multiple things here, and that's very clear because he's going on a darkness retreat for 4 days to figure it all out. So we'll probably hear more trade speculation and packages and other teams that want Aaron Rodgers over the next 3 weeks until we get an actual decision from Aaron Rodgers, but that's kind of how it goes for the Packers in the offseason. But that about does it for this video. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. I'm sure there'll be a lot of interesting comments about Aaron Rodgers' darkness retreat that's coming up. Just leave that down in the comments below. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.